Hello, Leo. This is your weekly 3-card spread reading for the week February 23rd, 2020. I am aware that the week is half over. I am chalking it up to this Mercury retrograde. I had all my readings done Friday night, so I had every intention of doing my videos and uploading them on Saturday, but life got in the way of that. And so I've been doing my uploading in the hopes that at least in this way you will see that I'm not just, forgetting you, slacking off, whatever. I'm trying just like everybody else during the retrograde, and I'm hoping that at least with this video being done, you'll be able to kind of reflect, and also hopefully there will be some insights in here for you that will be useful for you for the remainder of the week. So I've pulled for your situation card Grief, and for your challenge card the Unknown, which is the Self card, represents the Self card. And then for your guidance card we have Perfection. Grief deepens you, allowing you to explore the perimeters of your soul. Grief is the only gateway to certain levels of consciousness, and it is a hard taskmaster. Through grief, you can explore every aspect of your dark side: anger, pain, abandonment, terror, loneliness, aspects of the sacred wound that we usually try to ignore in our daily lives. Grief forces you to acknowledge those parts of yourself that are not yet healed. If you can look at grief as a teaching, you will grow. If you can look at grief with awareness and an open heart, it is one of the greatest teachers of all. Seeds of wisdom and enlightenment are planted within the wounds of grief. What is lost can come back to us again in higher ways. The painting is entitled First Noble Truth. So much of life involves suffering and loss, but great strength is brought to us through grief and the choice it presents. You can choose to learn from the experience and remain soft and kind, or you can choose to become hardened and cynical. Do not miss the lessons you are here to discover even in grief. The weeping Buddha, the symbol of the shaman going deeply within himself into the depths of his grief, holds grief in his hands before a solitary rose. The rose sits upon a throne altar in the shallow waters of a rocky ocean shore. The tide has gone out, symbolizing the elimination of desire. Final transcendence is at hand. The rose is one of understanding, recognizing that sadness and grief are only one side of a double-edged sword. On the other side is peace, joy, and tranquility in the knowledge that we are all one. This is a teaching of the West because grief takes us into deep reflective thought, delving into our unconscious life to find the strength to transcend. In every death there is rebirth and transformation. Do not be afraid to learn the lessons that are to be found in grief. And for your challenge card, we have Unknown. We are all pilgrims on the path to the unknown. We sit in awe and wonder at the architecture of power. Ripen the receptive void within you like a womb accepting a seed. Open yourself to the unknowable, to what is unfamiliar to you, so that the energy of what you need in order to be whole can flow into you. When you think of yourself as an entity separate from power, you will obstruct the current and power will defeat you. Identify the form of power that you want, what you want to accomplish, build, create, and be, and become that, so that there is no separating you from this power. The painting is entitled Behold the Dream. The Self card represents the essence of who you are as a person. It is a wild card because it can become anything that you wish it to be, just as a self can become anything that you can dream. Here the pilgrim on the journey toward knowledge is sitting in front of the Great Pyramids, meditating on higher consciousness. The pyramids come from an unknown source of power. Because this source is unknown, a great power is retained within their structure. Power is born from the unknown. Wholeness is represented by the spheres. This card is a symbol of the natural human looking out into the universe of power and into the mystery of the unknown. For your guidance card, we have another card of the West Teachings. Perfection. Dream your passion. Fly away. Go through the hoop of your innermost fears and desires. Meet them and conquer them. What pain from childhood have you not dealt with? Move into the wound of your most secret fears. Find the seeds of wisdom that are planted there. Face what upsets you the most. It is a great teacher. Give away whatever is holding you back. Insecurities, ego, fear of failure or not being loved, fear of being alone, and be reborn into a new state of perfection. The painting is entitled Joyful Rebirth. An eagle feather tied to a branch is the eternal giveaway of humans, four-legged creatures, and winged ones on the planet Earth, the offering in honor of higher wisdom. To find perfection, we must give away what is holding us to this earthly plane. We must give away our addictions, the blocks that keep us from perfection. We must move into the universes that live within our own souls. Introspection is a teaching of the West. Find the universal consciousness, the hovering sphere above, that resides within your own unconsciousness, a budding new earth. Shamans call this process moving into the wound of our deepest fears, finding the seeds of wisdom that are planted there. And as the tender offshoots branch out, grow from this knowledge into a state of perfection. And so from the fact that I drew two cards of the West Teachings, this shows that you might be in a more heavier state of the emotions this week. And so to counteract that, maintain more of a balance on your medicine wheel, it's advisable for you to do work with the teachings of the East, which is the direction of the mind and of your elder self. The West deals with emotions and your adolescent self. This shows this is where you may be spending more time this week, is in a place of the emotions. And so to counteract that, spend some time to do something to stimulate your intellect, or try something new. This always stimulates your brain. Try some word puzzles or crossword puzzles, something like that. Maybe have a game of Scrabble with your loved ones. That's fun as well. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. And please join me again this coming Sunday for more insights on your new reading. Thanks for watching.